Alright, welcome. Today we're going to proceed to the booking section. In the booking section, we'll design all the screens for doctor appointment booking. And before that, I'm giving you a quick challenge on this carousel here. Make it interactive by filling the brain so that when user click on brain, it direct them to a page that has list of doctors that are only for brain, cardio, and all that. That is a quick challenge project I'm giving you, that you can share it with me via my email. So if you're just joining us, remember to subscribe and share these videos to your colleagues for them to also join as well. So let's begin. Here we had our title here. You're going to replace that title to the username and also put an icon here, that is the user profile icon and all that. So those are the two things you're going to modify here. So now we're going to duplicate this frame, select it, and hold down your Alt key to make a duplicate down. So this is going to be section D for the booking. So we'll name this to D and change this to booking. So the booking, we have a lot of pages. We're going to start from the doctor profile section. Then we'll go to section that has shareable booking screen. We go to reviews section, among others. So stay with me while we design all this step by step. Alright, so now we're going to select the home screen and make a duplicate of it down here. Then we proceed from there. So going with our wireframe we have, we're going to follow the pattern and design our first screen under booking. Okay, so we select all these frames and delete them except the navigation menu. Alright, select it, delete it, and also rename this part to, let's start with one of the doctors we have in our list. We have a lot of them. So let's say this is Dr. Sahad Hussain. So we start with him. Alright, so we start with Dr. Sahad Hussain, and here we're gonna put his profile icon and all that. Then the notification here, we'll delete it and replace it with share icon. Okay, so let's go to our plugins and our first 4 icons. Then we search for share and add it here. And we search for share, and we will add this into our frame. Okay, so let's add it here and keep it there. Okay, so double tap and change the fill to our global color. So you can select the 2 and align there. Alright, so we leave here. We're going to delete that and add our back arrow key. So we are making use of this. We'll also add that into our frame and keep it there. Double tap the icon and also update the color to a global color. Okay, so you can select all of them together and align them properly. And you can also group them together and make sure their Y position is at 60. That's perfect. Alright, so next is going to be the here. Before we proceed, let's ungroup it. There's something to retouch there. This share icon, and let's select them together, move them towards the edge of the grid, and that is perfect. Then you can now regroup them back. Alright, so to move faster, let's go back to our previous frame and just copy this frame. You can select it, Alt key, then you drag and bring it here. Then we'll just change some of the things. Okay, so we keep it here That's fine. On Z, let's just copy that of Dr. Sahad since we are using his name. Alright, so this is him. So Alt key, copy it and drag it to your frame here. Okay, then we'll just change some of the items inside. So here what we're just changing is just the favorite icon. We will remove it and delete it. Okay, and also here let's reposition them. This will go here and this will come back here. Alright, and make sure you align them properly. Okay, and the spacing 250. Okay, so we are done with that. So here we don't need to update anything here. Now we're going to duplicate this frame. Select it, Alt key, then you drag down and keep it here. Then we'll add some of the things inside. Okay, so select the image frame and delete it. Now we're going to come here and search for user. Then we make use of this first one, this second one, and let's also search for text. Then we'll also make use of this particular one. But let's search for message instead. So it's almost the same, so we make use of this. So that is about 3 different icons, right? So let's start with the first group, that is 2. We'll bring it here. Okay, then we pick your text tool and type, let's see the number of people he has so far, that is the number of patients. So let's type 4,000. So he has already had 4,000 plus candidates or patients, and we'll keep it there. Alt key, you drag down, then we here write the number as patients. Okay, so what we're going to do is to scale down this number, go back to our fonts and change it to body text. We can change it to H6, that's fine, and align it there. Then this to body text, that is a small body text. Okay, now okay, so let's come to this H6 and change the boldness. So from medium to bold, then we give it back to our global color. Alright, so select the 3 of them together and arrange them to the center respect to each other and distribute their vertical spacing to 5. Okay, now you can group them together. Alright, make sure they are all selected before you group them. Okay, so we keep that group there. Alright, so we can still touch 1 or 2 things there if you want. You can give a little bit styling to that group. So maybe just touch the group and also give it a global color. That's fine. Okay, and here you can reduce the body text opacity to 18. That is also cool. Alright, so let's select this text and delete them out. We don't need it. Okay, the next one is this single icon. We'll bring it inside. You can select it with the frame. It's not bad. You bring it. Alright, then we also change the description. Okay, so we can ungroup here first, then copy it, the text to move faster. So let's bring it here and this one to bring it here. then we just change it. So here we're going to put this years of experience. Okay, then we also update the number of years of experience, so we can see maybe 10 plus and all that. Okay, so we select the user icon and also update the color back to our global color. All right, select the three of them together and also align them. Hold down your shift key to do that and use the alignment to align them properly. All right, so the last one is going to be the message icon. So we select it and bring it or on. I select that. I don't know why the icon is just behaving. So select them and mix them and that's okay. All right, so let's do that of the last part. Copy the two texts and also drag them to the right. Now bring our message icon and also update the content. So let's say the message file has about 2,800 plus reviews and all that. So we change the patient to reviewers. Okay, so also update the icon color to our global color. So now you can select that as well and distribute your spacing and also group them together. So here we have make it 5. One of them seems to be outside the frame. That's why we are not seeing what you're supposed to see here. Okay, so let's troubleshoot that. Aha, so we're going to see that why it's not there. So we put it back to the frame, that is the frame that come with it. Alright, so maybe it select this and line them, then both our vertical spacing to 5 and group them together. So now we're going to select the 3 together. Make sure you group this part as well. Select the 3 together, align them and also distribute the horizontal spacing to 40. Okay, and group them together, then distribute the spacing into the center of the frame. Alright, so we are done with this part. Next we are going to write a short description about this particular doctor here. Okay, so let's take our text tool and write about doctor. Okay, so they want to see brief history about the doctor. So here we use Dr. Sahad as the case study. Okay, so Dr. Sahad Hussein, okay, is the top. If you want, you can use OpenAI to just generate about Dr. Sahad, so that you come back and paste it there. Okay, aha. So full stop, and he achieved several awards. Excuse me here. Awards for his wonderful contributions in the medical industry. Okay, so we can just leave the text description to that point, is fine. Alright, so now we change this to our body text. It's already in our body medium text, so we're going to change that to body large text. Then the heading we change it to H2. Okay, let's take it down to H3. Alright, that's better now. Okay, so we can put it into the left side of the grid. I'll snap it there. Take this one to I'll snap it there. Okay, so remember our body text, we can still expand it towards the grid and leave it like that, and also reduce the opacity to 80. Alternatively, you can update the text color to maybe dark gray. Alright, so that's how you achieve that. Okay, so let's go with the next heading. This is gonna be the working time. So the working time, we'll put another one that is gonna be the short description text. Okay, so to make everything uniform, let's just copy this and bring it here. Then here we just change that. Okay, so this is gonna be Monday, okay, to Friday. Just put it there. Excuse me. Monday to Friday. Then we'll put the time, okay, from 8 o'clock a.m. Okay, see to 3 o'clock p.m. Alright, so that we're done with that. So we have that as, then beneath that we can have reviews and all that. So we copy this heading as well and type review. Okay, so here we can put this review so that when user click on see reviews, they will be directed to the review page. Okay, then see reviews. Okay, so now we close this space and drag it to the edge of the grid. Alright, so the next thing is days for the user to select appointment and all that. Okay, so we select this, take it up a bit, select this, take it up a bit, right? So now let's alt key and drag this down, change the headings to make appointment. Okay, that is the booking. Then here, this is where we'll have a list of options, that is dates for the user to pick. So let's select this, and this. Then we'll move them up so that we can have space. When we finish, we'll distribute the spacing accordingly. So here we'll now take our frame and draw a frame of dimension to 40 in width and height 70. Okay, so we can just take down the height to 60 and give it stroke. Alright, and give it corner radius of 10. Then the stroke color, we take it to our global color. Alright, so we just do like 7 days. Now take a text to inside the frame and write Monday, and we take it down to, let's see, body small text, how its size is gonna be. Align it to the center of the frame. Then you change the fill to global color. Alright, so we have Monday. Alt key is selected down, then you just update the text to another day. Alright, so let's say this is Monday. We'll use random dates for that. Okay, then the numbers should be a bit bolder, so let's detach this and change it to semi-bold and align it to the center of the frame. Okay, so we're going to select the number and the day and give their spacing to 6. All right, so that is better. Okay, so that is for under appointment. So drag it here and keep it there. So we are going to make another duplicate, that is 6 more, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, so we can change the dates and the days. So this is Tuesday, excuse me. All right, I see there was 2 there. Let's delete 1. So this is Tuesday. Okay, let's put this as 16. There was 2 duplicate there, so we're going to delete 1 from my. So this is going to be Wednesday. We change the date to 17. So go to this one, Thursday. So you take your time to just update that. I'm going to fast forward the video so that we can move faster. So you do that accordingly. All right. All right. All right, now we're going to select them together and distribute their horizontal spacing. Okay, and give it to 20. That 16 is fine. 16 is okay. No need to add more. So we can have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So that is up to the 7 days. Okay, so what we're going to do now, we'll make it scrollable. All right, so we group this and name this group as days. All right, so what we do, we take another frame outside and draw it exact width of the frame. It's gonna be let's select a frame. See the width. It's gonna be 402. So this frame should be 402. Okay, now we just increase the height a bit. So we take this date picker and just put it inside and make sure it exceeds the frame so that it will be scrollable horizontally. In that case, let's just increase the spacing to 20. All right, so that way it will exceed the frame and take it like this. All right, so let's say this is this frame. All right, so we name it as this frame. Then we can now take it back to the main frame. Okay, we're done. So what we're going to do now is to just arrange them accordingly and distribute their vertical spacing as they are. So now we'll go back from here. So this, select them together and align them properly. We group them together as one family. Select the second one with the first family and distribute their vertical spacing. So I want to make sure everything is in the frame. Let's move the frame to make sure everything is in the frame. Yes. So this icon is not in the frame. So we have to both put it inside the frame. Perfect. It's now in the frame. So we select this and distribute their vertical spacing. So it's not working. Ctrl Z. Let's see if this one is in the frame now. Yeah, it's there now. So we're going to select this together, align them, then we group them. Now we can select this and distribute their vertical spacing. Okay, so to 20, that's fine. Now select this and the second one and make it 20 as well. All right, then your this doctor and this header to 10. Okay, then you bring it down a bit. And doctor, the heading, can group this one as well. And this frame and the doctor, we leave it to 20 as well. Okay, so this and this to 10, and you group them together. All right, this review and this see review, align them together, group them. Then with the previous one, you also leave it to 20. Okay, then appointment heading and the appointment frame, align them together. All right, and also their spacing to 10. Okay, so now we're going to increase the height of the frame so that we can include the button. So click here to drag and bring your navigation menu down. Okay, so add book appointment button in the frame. So let's go to our assets and go to our library, our local component. There we can choose this action button. They will add it into our frame. All right, so you drag it and put it in the frame like that. So what we are going to do now, we'll change this home to appointment now since we are on the booking page so that it will show the active state of the screen. So we change here to book appointment. Okay, now select the button and change the variant to inactive. For our library, just detach the color and give it the disable color. This way it's not active. So here the white spacings are not enough. The write-off seems to be a bit jam-packed, so we're going to fix that. So let's bring the button down, select the appointment heading and this, and bring them down a bit. Okay, you can group them together. Can group them together. They will now add the spacing between them. This is about 64. Take it down to 30. Bring it down. Okay, so this one to select it to 20. Okay, so this time I think we are cool to 20 as well. So and this with this IC20. I'll make it 30 instead. 30. So white spaces are very important when it comes to your design. Okay, so we're done with it. We can now preview to see the final result of our first booking screen. So if you tap here and click on preview, you should be able to see this result. All right, that's it. And here you should be able to scroll left and right to make your selections. So I'm going to give you a project again. Project in this lesson is for you to make these dates interactive. So create a component using these dates and make it, interactive. So you can also scroll up and down, and beside that you should make this navigation menu to be fixed instead of moving. So you select it, go to a prototype and change the behavior to no scrolling, okay, to fixed. So that is going to be the position. You keep it to fixed. All right, so let's preview again, and this time when you scroll it should stay. And aside from that, is hidden, that means it's down, so you have to take it up a bit, somewhere around there, okay, so that it will show in your frame. So if you come back and preview again, it's still down, so you have to bring it up again. You can use your screen calculator to check where the width of the height of the screen is, so that you'll be sure what you're doing. So you can keep it there and take another preview, and this time I think you are cool and it's scrollable. Okay, all right, congratulations, we are done with this section. The next screen we will design the overlay screen for the user to share their booking. See you there.